Hi,
Hello,
I'm Jeff.
and I'm Kevin, and we are in the kitchen today, and we are going to make classic caramel corn.
It is so good.
Okay, now I have never done this recipe, but everybody in Tupperware talks about this recipe all the time, so I'm excited to have you walk me through this.
It's kind of addictive, I will admit. I did this for several parties I did it for a couple of parties in, I think, September, and people were amazed.
Yeah, no, everybody always talks about how awesome it is. So we're going to use a component of our stack cooker today to melt our butter, our brown sugar, and our syrup. So what first?
We already cooked 2 bags of popcorn.
Correct.
It's
Microwave.
Unsalted, unbuttered is best, they say.
Correct. That's just Orville Redenbacher Tender White.
Yeah, and we're just gonna dump that in a paper bag, but we can do that while this stuff is in the microwave.
1 stick of butter. Now here's a little trick that I learned on the cooking shows. If you're measuring like honey or Karo syrup or anything, if you spray your measuring cup first with cooking spray, it rolls out a lot easier than if you don't, because it's not sticky thing. I guess I should put my glasses on. So
Get it,
1
Martha
quarter.
Stewart.
So
I didn't know
1/4.
that.
Isn't it fun?
I'm really anxious to see you pour it out and it just slides out.
Is that a quarter?
Let me-
Neither of us can see.
I have no idea. Yes,
Oh my God, we're so awesome.
we are.
Look, see, it just slides right out.
Oh my
See
gosh.
that? Then you don't necessarily have to use your saucy silicone spatula, which is really amazing because it really does go in there. But yeah, so there's really
Holy
nothing left in
crap.
there. You never seen that? Oh,
No.
Martha Stewart does that all the time. We love you, Martha. All right, and then we're going to do 1 cup of brown sugar, is that correct?
Yes.
Packed,
Yeah, pack of sugar.
just like that. Now, do I mix this at all?
You can,
Or we're just gonna stick it in?
we're just gonna stick it in the microwave and let the microwave do its magic.
Okay, in the microwave, we do this for like 3 to 5 minutes until it's melted. But we're gonna keep talking.
In the meantime, I'm gonna put the popcorn in the paper bag because that's how we're gonna mix this.
So I'm gonna do a minute to start, and then mix it, and then another minute. What happened?
Lost a kernel. Now,
Oh,
here's
now
what
I'm
I will
sticky.
tell.
Son of a-
You should have sprayed you with paint.
That's the fun part with Karo syrup.
What I did the last time I made this is I popped the popcorn, dumped it in the bowl, and then I took it out so I could get all the kernels out.
Oh, so you don't break a filling?
Yeah. Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
They don't want to watch us do that, I'm sure.
Yeah. Not so much. Although we may have time. All right, let me go stir. Because you know, everyone's microwaves work just a little bit differently. So our butter's already starting to melt. But I'm gonna do it at 1 minute intervals. So we have 17 seconds left. So, ooh, here, talk about our modular mates while we're paused for just a second.
Oh,
That's my baking soda.
baking soda. In the super wrap or super oval.
Roll number 1.
These things are awesome. If you're organizing kitchen cupboards, pantries, gosh, stuff, even the bathroom, you can use these. They're great for travel trailers as well, although I don't think the super ovals and the rectangulars work as well as the square and the oval, because they're about that much shorter. And
True.
cabinets in a motorhome or a travel trailer are typically a little more shallow. If you have older kitchen cupboards, this size may not work. You may need to stick with the oval or the square.
This is about the normal depth of a pantry shelf in most homes.
Yeah.
So I use super ovals and rectangles because rectangles are the same length as your super oval, but they're just really great, like Jeff said, for your baking needs. I keep my sugar, my flour, my brown sugar, I keep snacks in them, but there's all different sizes, but this is just the one that I have my baking soda in. Soda, right?
Yep.
Soda.
And they are airtight seals.
Correct. Uh-oh.
So keep your flour and sugar in them too, and you won't get bugs like I have today.
What happened today?
Well, I went to get flour for another recipe we're doing here in a little bit, and it had bugs in it. And you know, you can tell when your flour moves, you shouldn't eat it. Interestingly enough, they weren't moving. They'd been in there so long, they were dead.
Really?
Yeah, and it was just a ceramic canister with a
Well, and what people don't
Rubber
realize
mask.
is that, you know, when you buy rice-a-ronis in boxed things like that. The bugs like to eat the glue that the box tops are sealed with. So if you come home with the bugs, they're going to run into everything else that you have.
So we typically say, I mean, I've got the Tupperware canisters. I keep coffee in it because we're crazy coffee drinkers, but clearly I will need to get another set of canisters and put my flour and sugar.
Yes, because you can never have enough modular grains.
Nope.
Now, is this supposed to like boil it all, or is it just?
No, I don't think you
you
want it to boil because you don't want it to burn. Once the butter's melted,
Oh, look at that.
stir. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so this is, you might not be able to see. So it's already started to get bubbly, and that was not long. That was like less than 2 minutes. So I kind of like went in and stirred, and then I went in and stirred, and then I went in and stirred. So now to this mixture, we're gonna add how much of our baking soda? I think I put it out, a tisp. I actually preloaded the tisp so that we would have that ready to go. I love our stack cooker. You can do all kinds of things with this, you guys. You can do meals, you can do candies, you can do, now it's supposed to foam. Is this
It will say, it does say that if it foams, that's normal.
That's normal.
Once you start stirring it in.
Stir it in. It's one of those chemical reaction
There it
things.
goes.
It's kind of like when you make peanut brittle, the
Yes.
foaming action. Now, so this is the part that I always find interesting. So we're going to pour this into this paper bag and just willy-nilly, right? Just
Now,
dump away. Do you want to do it?
I learned when you do it, don't just dump it all in one spot because it makes the shaking much more.
All right, so move it over here closer to me. So we were watching, oh my God. Oh, this
Is that
makes me
right?
nervous. So I was watching Chef Dia and Cheryl Smith do this. And Dia, if you'll recall, when you were doing this,
She
all right,
could not believe. that the
scared
bag-
that you're dumping this into a brown paper bag and then you're gonna shake it. I'm still skeptical.
How's
If we
that
had
for a sound?
microphones, if we had microphones on, our sound department would be having a kitten.
They really would.
All right, then does it go back in the microwave? I understand.
Yes.
For like a minute. He is like, the bottom's gonna blow. The bottom's gonna blow. A minute?
Yep.
Holy crap! All right.
Stuff it in there.
Clear. 1 minute. All right. So
Now, if that bursts into flames, this will show up in a blooper reel. You won't actually ever see us make caramel corn again.
and then, so after that, then we're gonna put it into
We're
a
gonna
Vatsable.
We'll shake it a little more first.
Still in there.
We'll put it in the Vatsable.
Now, I've heard tell of people spreading it out on a Tupperware
can.
silicone mat. You don't need to necessarily
Well,
do
caramel. If when you buy caramel corn, like at a stand in the mall or whatever, or Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts or whoever sells it, it's usually hard. This will be kind of chewy when it comes out because it hasn't dried. So you can spread it out on a cookie
Okay.
sheet or our silicone rim mat.
that. It's not spinning, is that all right?
That should be okay. How much longer does it have?
17 seconds. But my bag got wedged in the corner of the microwave.
I
wasn't
hate
sure
when
that
that
was good or bad. 9 seconds.
No flames
Oh, it's
yet.
spinning now. So I'm really trying not to have sugar as we're going into the holidays. And all the recipes we're doing today are laden with sugar. Okay,
pie dough.
shake away.
The pie dough isn't.
No, we're making pie dough. So watch for that recipe. I'll just scream over the shaking of the bag.
Now I got to tell you, Cheryl Smith said, "Oh, this really worked well."
Here we
Cheryl
go.
Smith said she reuses her paper bag. She'll use it like 3 times. Ooh, look at that.
Ooh, look at all that delicious madness at the bottom. Let's get that out of there. And then do we spin, stir?
You can. I don't know how she uses that more than once, to be honest.
Okay, so this is our Vatsable. Right now it's in a new color because we just changed colors in our catalog. But if you don't have this Vatsable, that's a Megable.
That's a bowl, though. Huh? Who's on first?
This is a Megable. I love our Thatsables, you guys. So this is your mega. It's 42 cups. It's just the best. Because see how deep it is? You can really go down there and just turn everything up, and you're not tossing it all over the counter if you had a shallow bowl. This actually looks really good. It smells amazing.
Doesn't it?
Have I beat it to death yet?
Yeah,
Am
no,
I
it's
good?
good.
Do I need to do any more with this?
No, because I don't. There's a few kernels that aren't totally covered, or is it kernels after it pops?
I don't know. That's a good question.
So I don't know if you can see that,
It's amazing.
but it's
so
it's
now
like
the
regular
thing is
caramel
though, is
corn.
that's just gonna turn into one giant mass of caramel corn, isn't it? If you don't spread it out
Well,
on something.
Yeah, yes. Or as it's cooling and drying, you can put the lid on the bowl, the seal on the bowl, and shake it, or you can just stir it every once in a while.
All right, that's really good.
It is, isn't it?
It's not dried, so it's chewy.
Mm-hmm.
So when it dries, what's going to happen to it?
You don't have that
It's going to become
hard caramel crunch.
It will become crunchy.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Because like I said, I've never done this recipe before.
It'll dry out and kind of get hard, but you just keep stirring so that it doesn't settle into a...
I think because I'm a little bit of a type A personality, I
Says who?
would pour this onto our rimmed baking sheet.
You actually probably
Hold,
need
please.
a couple of them.
Talk to them for just 1 minute.
Oh, are you gonna,
I'm walking
are you gonna
off
grab
camera.
one?
No, because I want to do a little shirt.
Do you want me to talk to them about your type A personality, or should we not talk about that?
Yes, please.
I think
Now
he's...
I'm not going to find it.
I...
Investments in the garage. Anyway.
Oh, you're not
I
gonna
had
find
my
it, are you?
rimmed baking sheet, and I was going to just go ahead and do that. I was going to put it on there, but we don't, I guess for time purposes in our video today, we won't be doing that.
But,
But-
like, I mean, you can see it's starting to harden.
I would
So
continue.
it's drying into lumps. So you just keep
I would
stirring
continue
it
to
and breaking
turn
it
it
up.
and
Yeah.
break it up, so then you don't have like just one big massive popcorn ball.
Now you could make popcorn balls.
You could.
You could actually do them in one of our, like the domed form.
I would spray my hands with cooking spray.
Thank you, Pam.
Thank you, Pam. So that is your classic caramel corn recipe done in your Tupperware. That's a bowl and your stack cooker. Caramel sauce.
Now that piece is sugar-free if you, oh, so much for that.
Oh my God, well this has just decided to become
Is it dry?
Hard Candy Christmas. Little Dolly Parton.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well that's our recipe. We will post this recipe so you may find it. That's it.
That's it.
Awesome. Try
Bye.
it, let us know. Bye.